Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. When we left off, I had a successful suborbital space flight, so we actually have some astronauts here and these three Kerbin brothers, but I'm obviously going to need a lot more power to get up into orbit. And I haven't been able to read any of your comments and suggestions yet because those first 3 episodes I actually recorded all at the same time. So I finally got the first few episodes up, and from what I hear, you guys just say, add more rockets, add more boosters. So that's what I'm going to do, and we're going to see how that pans out. I've already built a modified version of the Wolfie rocket system. I've added a few more boosters, and a few more rockets, and a few more stages. And as you can see, I must have forgot to save this, but I wanted to, let me get rid of this business, and then there we go. I thought that was a little bit overkill, but so just take out that one fuel tank, but the rest of this not overkill. Here we go. It's got 3 main engines and then nine big old solid rocket boosters there. I'm going to take a look at the basic layout. That looks pretty good. I've added some struts here. You can apparently add struts like this. That helps. And when you disconnect, they just disconnect as well. So that's good. Some extra stability, hopefully. So what's going to happen is I'm going to launch. Everything on the bottom here is going to light off at the same time. Then the solid rocket boosters are going to disconnect. These 3 rockets are going to keep going, and actually I added a fuel tank up here, and apparently this fuel tank splits among all 3 of these fuel tanks, so I have 3 1/3 fuel tank per each of those engines, so that might get me a little bit extra oomph. I've added a intermediate stage with 2 additional solid rocket boosters that will ignite and give me a little second push, and then that'll disconnect, and I have my upper orbital stage right here. And I've got a whole bunch of these things, and I've even added some. Whoop, that's not exactly symmetrical there. Let me do that and that. And I've added some of these RCS thrusters down on this stage, which should hopefully help keep things orientated while exiting the atmosphere. But enough talk. Let's see how dangerous this thing can actually be. So to the launch pad. Here we are. Oh man. This could be problematic. We're getting up close to the top of the tower here, but you guys told me that, the reason my RCS wasn't working is because I forgot to toggle it on with the key on the keyboard R. You toggle that on, and now the RCS is enabled, and that enables those jets. So I'll wait to do that until I'm in space. But yeah, here we are. I've also removed all of my fins from the solid rocket boosters because that causes them to wobble quite a bit. But enough chat. Let's try to get into space. We'll see. Who knows what's going to happen? So can we get a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. And guidance. Slight tiltiness, but that's okay, Still going. Very nice. Those solid rocket boosters are overheating. That's a little bit of a problem, but hopefully they disconnect before that becomes too big of a problem. Easy. Disconnect. Screw you guys. Throttle those engines up. And hopefully this fuel lasts a long time because I've only just went through the first fuel tanks, and so now I've got 3 left for each one. So our astronauts are doing all right. Jebediah is still a crazy madman. A few of the other suggestions that I followed, or I'm going to follow, hopefully, is I've been activating my tilt a little bit too early, so I first got to get out of this heavy atmosphere, and then I'll start to tilt in an orbital direction. That is some of the advice I got from you guys. So here we go. We're continuing on. I don't know why the sound cuts out every now and again like that. Hopefully that doesn't mean the engines are dying, but will see. Let's take a look at the orbital map to see how we're doing. Not bad, not bad. We're still gaining altitude, still going in an upward direction. That's good. I'm still not sure how this whole system with the additional solid rocket boosters is going to work, so we'll see. Right, getting out of the thick part of the atmosphere, that's good. And we still have a whole bunch of fuel left. Also very good. Yeah, and like I said, I haven't been, because I just uploaded them, I haven't been checking too many spoilers on Kerbal Space Program. I like to keep it interesting. I like to figure things out on my own. And a lot of you also suggested there are apparently a bunch of community add-ons that add a whole bunch of new features and items you can add to your rocket. I'm going to avoid those for now. You know me and my vanilla Minecraft. I like to keep things vanilla in my video games. But I think I'd like to at least get into orbit and see what's possible with the basic get-up that you get with Kerbal Space Program before I start getting crazy with add-ons and things like that. But yeah, I'll look forward to those if I can keep doing this. But let's back to the space flight. I think I'm going to start to tilt once I get above this light blue into the dark blue. Because as you can see, my arc is quite impressive. And it's growing exponentially, so that's cool. Bill, as always, is freaking out. Bob is a little bit more sedated, and Jebediah is absolutely insane. Nope, now Bob is getting worried for some reason. Right. Oh, I need to start tilting. Actually, let me throttle down a little bit. Let me turn off the SAS and tilt the rocket towards that green circle a little bit. Oh, no, let's go up. Come on. Oh. Let me turn on the RCS, maybe that'll help. There's those rockets. Let me disconnect that stage. Oh. Why is it not disconnecting? Oh, I must have had... I'm still gaining a bunch of altitude, so I'm going to use this time as kind of freebie time, because I'm still kind of on the upward of that arc. Yeah, check that out. I think I'm going to wait a little bit. If I know my orbital mechanics, and I don't, I should wait a little bit until I fire this next engine. And that's also going to include these solid rocket boosters, so there should be quite a bit of thrust behind this. So there goes that stage. Get safely out of the way, and I'm starting to drift away from where I'm actually heading. So let me tilt a little bit. Oh. Back with the SAS, and fire these engines. Very nice, very nice. Let's see what this is doing to our orbit. Awesome. I don't know why those keep overheating. Throttle up the liquid engine, and then staging. Alright. Alright, check this out. Where's my orbit going to take me now? Oh, 138 kilometers. Awesome! I'm going to wait until I get to about 200 and then cut the engine. Let me zoom out a little bit. That's probably a good enough time to cut the engine. Starting to worry about my fuel here. Because once I'm in orbit, I need to have enough fuel to de-orbit. I don't want to get these guys trapped in orbit here, so let me actually... I'm going to cut the engine now. While I still have a little bit of fuel left. And... Alright. Now, with my limited knowledge... Oh, man. Moon, M-U-N? Awesome. Yeah, let's think about getting into orbit before we start thinking about going to the moon. Let's see here. I'm going to turn off the SAS, and then tap D a little bit, and then S just to lift myself up, and angle right about there maybe. And then toggle the SAS back on to hold me in that position. What was I saying? The way I understand orbital mechanics is you kind of wait for your apogee here, and then you give the burn, which will widen the opposite thing. You know, it's technical orbity terms. But right now, this is looking to be our best space flight, at least our tallest height. This is exciting. I've got only 2 fuel tanks left. I should at least make sure I keep half of this fuel so I can deorbit. That is, if I get into orbit. Alright, we're reaching the peak here. Maybe... Okay, I see. This starts to make a little bit more sense now. This green dot is actually following the trajectory of my arc here. So I suppose when this green reaches about the horizon is when I should fire the engine again. That would probably be the optimal time to start going horizontally. So let me make sure I can follow that. Slowly. Slowly. And a little bit up, and it's correct there. And hold that right there. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Wow, I'm surprised at how well this rocket design worked. I thought it was going to be way too much. But yeah, here I am coming to the peak, so let's fire our rockets, the remaining fuel. I don't think I need that much power because there's not much atmospheric drag. Yes. Widen. I need that to be in orbit. Excellent, excellent. Keep going, keep going. Alright, I'm about to run out of fuel here, so let's... Uh-oh. Let's disconnect. I said disconnect, thank you. And then we will put a little bit more force into this burn. I'm a little bit past the peak there, so I don't know if this is ideal for an orbit. It appears to be widening. That's good. Keep burning. Maybe I should point myself more towards the green dot, because I'm concerned more about speed than I am height right now. Hold right there. Oh, come on. See, I just need to widen this, and it'll become a complete circle. So I need to be careful. I need to keep my eye on this fuel here. I don't want to run out. Alright, here we go. Something's happening. This might be a little bit of an oblong orbit, but as long as it's an orbit, I will be happy. Come on. Come on. How's my fuel doing? Right, let me start to throttle down a little bit. I don't want to, like, end up going to the moon accidentally. Alright, come on. Yeah, this is kind of a weird orbit. There we go. The pedigree. Let's actually... Oh, let's cut off our engines. That's kind of a low pedigree there. The idea is, if this is too low, you want to burn at your highest point, so then it kind of evens it out. Unfortunately, I did that a little bit late, so now I'm at a very... This side is very tall. It's 328 kilometers, but this side is very low, only 47. That is getting back into the atmosphere. So, I'm not sure what I can do about that. I also... Maybe I can burn for just a little bit to see what happens. Like 10 seconds. 10, 9... Okay, here we go. Something's happening. Let's get to, like... Okay, I need to stop. Stop. Oh god, I hope I didn't get you guys stuck in orbit. But we are in an orbit. It's not a particularly nice one. Whoa, we're really out of wank? Out of... wank. Out of... we're not... I don't even know... Yeah, if I was to go to the moon, with this orbit, it would put me... See, the moon's... Get out of the way, son. The moon's orbit is, you know, horizontal there. I would be way off course. I don't know how you correct for that, or even if you can. But hooray! We're in orbit! This is exciting! I'm, like, genuinely excited about this. Perhaps, I think, before I start thinking about going to the moon, I should try to... I don't know if it's the spacecraft design. Oops. I don't know if it's the spacecraft design or just my lack of flight knowledge is how I kind of ended up in this weird orbit. So maybe, I don't know if I'll have to make any adjustments to my rocket or not, but we'll have to do at least another orbital flight to see what I can do about getting this orbit more circular instead of this weird egg shape that I'm in. But yeah, what is our flight? 12 minutes and 12 and a half minutes so far our flight has been. Our astronauts are happy, or well, at least Jebediah is still happy. The other two are just kind of, oh well, they're like, meh, this is happening. But yeah, if I turn off the SAS, I can kind of orient myself more so the horizon is looking down. Ooh, that was very well done, Kurt. I just tapped the keys. There are also, somebody told me I, J, K, and L do something. Once again, I haven't looked too much. Ah. Okay, yeah, this moves you up, down, left, and right instead of spinning. That didn't do anything. Okay, that moves you forward. Okay, so these would be the controls. Yikes, that's complicated. These would be the controls to, I'm just free drifting now. Say if there's another spacecraft right there, I would be able to, if we can look at the RCS thrusters again. I, J, K, and L kind of translate you left, up, down, left, right. And then H and N, H is backwards, N is backwards, H is forwards. I wonder if you could use that to kind of modify your orbit. I don't think you could use that as like a deorbit burn. That's not powerful enough, but here's our guys. Bill is freaking out again. He doesn't like being in a free orbit like this, but check out that orbital sunset. It's a beautiful thing. We're flying over Kerbin. I've been told the name of the planet is Kerbin. Not Kerbal. Kerbal is apparently the name of the people. These are the Kerbals. And, but Kerbin is the name of the planet. So here we are in orbit. Let's see what the... Actually, let me get back into that view. Gosh, I'm sorry if I'm kind of annoying you guys, but I'm getting... Oh, okay. Apparently you can hide that. I need to... let me just orient myself. WASD is more rotational controls. Whoa. Okay, let's steady cell ourselves. Ooh, what's that pink thing? Would that be... I have to figure out what all these things are. Would that be, like, the direction of the moon or something? Where's the moon? Alright, I'm enabling SAS again. Or the direction maybe of my pedigree and apogee or something. There's the moon. Ooh, let's take a look at the moon from orbit. Where are you at? Our future destination. At least with what's currently available, I wouldn't be able to land, but I think I'd like to be able to get in the moon, orbit around the moon. So that would be cool. But yeah, what was I going to do? I was going to speed up and slow down time. Let me get out to the orbit view. Let's see what it looks like when we're way out here. So let's speed up time a little bit. 4 times. 10 times. Ooh, 50 times. That's the way to go. So we're getting further away from Kerbin. Yeah, this is kind of a sideways orbit and an oblong orbit, but it's an orbit! Of course, I still have to worry about re-entry. Re-entry is going to be another thing altogether. Wow. We're pretty far out here. We are at... Where are we at? We're going to get up to... Oh, 1 million! 1 million! What is that? A kilometer? 1 million kilometers? Or 1 million meters, 1,000 kilometers. This metric system. Ah, indeed. Some nice lighting effects on the planet. Very nice. Let's watch the moon set over our spacecraft. There we go. Let's get a fancy view here. There's different ways you can change your camera. Orbital camera. Very nice. Check out that picture right there. Screenshot. We've got the galaxy in the background, and the moon is slowly setting over the Kerbin's horizon. Amazing. So, all right, we're in orbit. Let me break here, and I'll make a few more orbits. How long have you been flying? 45 minutes about. I'll do a couple more orbits, and I'll do another swing around, and then at this next swing around, I'll bring you back in when I start to do a re-entry situation, which might be a little bit difficult. So, yeah.